Space, the final frontier. This is the 2.5-year journey of the build of the Starship Enterprise. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 96 of Building the Enterprise-D. I've already put the windows in place, although I've swapped a couple round, as I tend to on occasion on these, just to make it my own, rather than following directly to the letter of the instructions. We do need to put the outer round pieces in place, but we're not going to put them in place with all of the screws, because we do need to fit bulbs to them. So what we're going to do is pop that in place over there, and that one over there, and we're just going to use two screws, one to hold, one on each, hold them together for now. That one in there, and another one obviously to hold the other panel in place over the top over there. So that should hold this together enough to stop the windows all falling out, but loose enough so we can fit the bulbs to them momentarily. We've got some more bulbs to install, and we're going to install it to the saucer section. This is going to fit across the top like so. So yeah, it's the same as we've done before, playing around with getting bulbs fitted in while playing around with everything else. So let me clear this all out the way. Let's bring in the saucer section and see how we're going to do this. Right, I have wired in the two new pairs of bulbs. There was one still loose in there, so we've got 5 bulbs at the moment to play around with. If I flick them on, you'll see the 2 new ones there, 2 new ones there, plus one from before. So it looks like this one we're not using yet. This is still coming off over this side where we're not putting these. The panels that we've got are going to end up going onto those sections there. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why it works like that, but that's the way it seems to work, and seems to sort of go together. So basically we've got that to go there with no lights to that, because that one's just being lit by the one that's fitted onto there. That's going to go there. But we've got the 4 bulbs to fit to this. There's obviously 2 lower ones and 2 upper ones, but that's going to be one, that's going to be one, that's going to be one, and that's going to be one. So we've got to fit the 2 that are sort of down the bottom into the ones at the bottom. So that we can do quite easily like that. And then put the screws in to hold that together. This is the bottom of everything. So that works. I understand that, and that sort of how that goes together. So that one in there, and that should hold that together. Hopefully I've not just dropped out any or all. I've dropped out one of the windows. Right, I'm going to have to take this back apart again and get that plate back where it should be. I'm going to get the other one in there as well while I'm at it, and then we'll see about how we're going to get the top of this to attach to the top of that while it all goes. That's the bit that's a right pain. So I shall see you in a moment when I've got that sort of assembled. Right, that's got those attached back. The window's back in place. Those tightened up on there. So that's ready to go on there. But you can't put that on there until you've got this on there. And you can't get that on there until you've got the bulbs in place as well. So this is going to go there. We've got one to go basically on there. Another one to go there. And while holding those in place, get that over the top. And then get all of that in there underneath on one side, in place on the other, and all lined up properly. bit like that, but better. And then 3 screws will hold that in place in there. I'm just going to check. Yeah, we've got some illumination in there, on there. All as it should be, as far as I can tell. And that's basically it. Once these go together, assuming that holds it in place, in the right place, screw is locating, no, it's not locating into a hole there. It needs to be further that way. About there. There we go. But then that's obviously slipped out from under there. It really is a bit of a pain, but it is working. So that should be there. And the last one will go down there. So next time, we're putting in the bottom panel down here. And then the time after, I think we're doing the one next to it there. So we're continuing around. I'll get all these tightened up because that's not quite lined up right. But I'll get all those tightened up and that will be that done. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope you're enjoying it. Do leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I shall see you very shortly for the next bit. Bye-bye for now.